Hello, I am Doyle Burbank-Williams, the National Board Chair for Alternatives for Simple Living. Many of us are feeling the effects of the economy in these days when we are having to make cuts in our lifestyles in order to simply make ends meet. And now the season of Lent is upon us as Christians, a time of its own that has a reputation of austerity and severity. Well, I want to offer you some alternatives for celebrating Lent, ways of offering meaning, steps of enriching your spiritual journey and the world around you. I want to invite you to consider Lent as a season of simplicity. Fasting is a spiritual discipline that is often encouraged during Lent. And I want to give you an alternative to fasting. Instead of fasting one meal or one day a week, what if you took one meal a week and ate only local foods? Now, you can define what local is in your situation, whether it be your own hometown or a 100-mile radius or somewhat further out if need be. But choosing to eat one meal with only food grown in your area will give you pause to think about that meal, to think about what you're eating and what is available. Also, you will be fasting from the carbon footprint of moving food halfway across the world, so that the food that you eat is having a gentler impact on the world around you. And in that it's locally grown, chances are it's probably even better for you too. Now, where I live, we haven't had a farmer's market since last October, so finding locally grown food is a little difficult, and it may be that our meals might be a little meager. It might take some creativity in developing a good meal. I don't think you'll really have to go hungry. But eating locally grown food, one meal a week during Lent, would not only be a spiritual discipline, it would be a simplicity practice to make you a more intentional citizen of your community and of your world and of the creation in which God has chosen to place us. Fasting from the global markets and feasting on local foods, one meal a week. I want to suggest to you a Lenten discipline. Well, really a simplicity discipline, because they both work together on your spiritual journey through Lent. Consider making the commitment to cut in half the amount of trash that goes out of your household. How can we cut in half that amount of garbage that we just throw out every day? Well, the simplest way is to begin recycling. Make sure that you recycle all of the paper that you can in your community. Plastics and glass, wherever that is possible, make sure that you recycle everything instead of adding it to the trash can and eventually to the landfill. There are recycling programs in every size community across our country these days. Then, take a look at what you're throwing out. And make sure that you're not actually getting rid of anything that might have another purpose. Food scraps, such as coffee grounds, are great compost and can make your garden or your flower bed rich and abundant with the gifts that are planted there. So make sure that you give back to the earth things that can give it nutrients. And then when you're done digging through the garbage, don't reach for the paper towels. Reach for a cloth towel. It can be reused many times, and likewise, use cloth napkins instead of paper napkins at your meals. They don't fill up the garbage can once you're done, and they're just a little kinder on the hands and on the lips. So make that commitment to change what you throw out, to increase what you recycle and reuse, and to be kinder to the earth and to God's creation during this Lenten season. Third, I want you to consider planting something. Now here it's a little too early to put seeds in the ground outside, but it's never too early to start planting. Everyone has some corner of ground that catches a little bit of sun during the day that would be good to grow flowers, herbs, and Lent culminates in Easter, God's ultimate celebration that life triumphs over death. And so planting a seed, any kind of seed, whether it be food for your table or flowers to beautify your neighborhood, is a good Lenten discipline. For more resources in making your observance of Lent a season of simplicity, go to the Alternatives for Simple Living website. That's www.simpleliving.org. Or you can find us on Facebook, where you can connect with other people looking to live their spiritual journeys in ways that are more simple and more meaningful. May your Lenten season and all your life be a time when simplicity enriches you and gives you joy.